Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, with a stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Me, they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Tuesday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura, and today inside the Breakfast Show, we they can look at the agriculture sector, especially turning like this, where the World Food Program, they pull statistics say 82% of the country population food insecure. Women say 82% of the country population not get thing for it. And 18% severely food insecure. Women say 18% for this population really they suffer for food for it. And also we go look at the World Hunger Index, waiting it talk about Salon, waiting at the figures. And they try for align them to the government's flagship program. As we all know, during the term where President Bio, they campaign for re-election. A manifesto on a big 5 game changer them. And inside them big 5 game changer they are so food security sit at the top. Women say it introduce the Feed Salon initiative, where this now for make the country become food sufficient, where President Biodo encourage everybody for go back na farm, especially people that where they work under administration for ensure say the country become food sufficient. So if government they implement a program where they talk say the country for become food sufficient, 2 years down the line, President Bio pulled the Feed Salon initiative report where they show say progress on the but international donor partner they like the World Bank, the World Food Program, they pull statistics say 82% of the population of the country not get thing for it. What it mean for President Bio in government and waiting at the things them wouldn't they put in place for ensure say everybody in the country become food sufficient. As this na the presidency agenda where he used for campaign during in second term na office. You say for the watch we this morning, go get the opportunity for send we your message through the number +23274200545, or you can as well text we na the comment section na any of the platform them where you they watch me this morning. And me they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show to you this Tuesday morning. My name na Khadija Bangura, and at the studio I get me 2 studio guests them where go can help we for look at the issues them what to make the Feed Salon initiative not able for align with the international partner them, then statistics where then they pull, and also go hear from the farmer them waiting and think saying at the issues them where they embark the Feed Salon initiative, and also waiting at the challenges them who side government need for improve on the farmer then go tell you. Now the studio this morning I want to welcome Honorable Muniru Lansana, where a former member of parliament under the Salon People's Party, when the SLPP. Good morning, Honorable.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to viewers.
And also we get Honorable Aminata Sesay from Potloko District, and a sitting member of parliament under the main opposition, the APC party. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning, Salon.
All right, now we 2 studio guests in this will get this morning for can help talk on the issues them waiting and things say they embark the government's flagship program, the Feed Salon and agriculture as a whole. We make up till now statistics then they show say Salon people still they struggle for getting for it. But before we can go into the conversation proper, let we go back na parliament, the term where President Bio be they talk about the Feed Salon initiative, waiting to be the idea behind the Feed Salon initiative, also a want for see this initiative and why it feels say this particular initiative for sits at the top of a priority agenda during in second term in office, and also the term where President Bio about 2 weeks it be then a Cambia with farmer them during the World Food Day for celebrate 2 years of Feed Salon. Let we just watch this short clip of President Bio waiting he been talk about the Feed Salon initiative, then we can start the conversation.
That is why Feed Salon sits at the heart of our agenda. Food security is about dignity, independence, and a future where every family can put food on the table. Last year, rice production grew by 8%, cotton imports by 14%, and saving us 15 million United States dollars in foreign exchange. First time in my own living memory, the price of rice has fallen by over some relief. We have opened 3 new rice mills, reducing waste and boosting local processing. For the first time, the World Food Programme buys 30% of its rice from farmers in Sierra Leone.
My government will continue to support tirelessly to support every farmer across our country. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 years ago, we launched Feed Salon with a clear message: grow what you eat and eat what you grow.
All right, that's now the voice of His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Madabio, we get initiative of the Feed Salon, and he say agriculture na a priority under in second term in office. Also, I will see he introduce the Feed Salon initiative for let the country become food sufficient. 2 years. The Feed Salon, they don't roll them out and don't implement them. How this don't be a progress, how this don't be a reality, especially where international statistics like the World Bank, the World Food Program, and the International Hunger Index, they show say the country people in na salon they suffer from angry serious one. And the World Food Program, their own statistics, they say 82% of the country population food insecure, 18% of this population severely food insecure. And the 2005 Global Hunger Index report ranks Sierra Leone 108th out of 123 countries them, where they show the score of 28.5 inside 2025 Global Hunger Index report. That's not the level of hunger where the Global Index reports, they talk about Sierra Leone. WFP, they say 82% of the population food insecure and 18% of this particular population severely food insecure. And we all see the World Bank report with them pull inside last week where they talk about the Sierra Leone economic updates. This is now the 7th edition. This now reports where World Bank can pull year in, year out for assess the economic challenge them where the country they get. The World Bank and statistics also align with the World Food Program. And the Feed Salon initiative don't take 2 years. Waiting at the reason, Honorable Muniru, they start with you for later context.
All right. Good morning again, and good morning to the viewers them. I listen to the president, and we always the follow him because in the Fountain of Honor, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and in the Primus Inter Pares for we do history, and so they refer to him. And whenever I make a statement, they make them based on a policy, and they make them based on an informed background. And within vision, where he believes say, now a vision where we as Sierra Leoneans then for copy, they make them clear say yes, this a new agenda now for prioritize food so that every Sierra Leonean will be food sufficient. Because for we become independent, we will do economics work normally like for make reference to. We get the basic thing the way everybody need. You need good shelter, you need good food, and you need clothing. And if you lack any one part under them, it will become difficult for you for able to progress well. And year in, year out, we see reports they come. And with all due respect to the World Bank report, where I go through the pages the way they did. The first thing where I look at as somebody where they study law now, I see the report not owe any credence. Because even the lines then where they use, the references where they make, they should say, now an old references. Because the result we out with the 82% food insecurity, now way back 2017 result. The report they make then declare. And when you look at the rights where the printer or the producer of this book reserve a right where it make a disclaimer say this copy is from workers of the entity and therefore you know owe any obligations to the entity itself. Where that alone don't give some question around them. But for discussion's sake,
they question the World Bank report.
Exactly.
And the statistics so they use now from WFP.
Now,
And if you go to WFP, the website, the same figures they where they talk about 2024, 2025 statistics. So I wonder why they discredit the World Bank report.
So they make to the WFP, they make them very clearly saying a result with WFP used way back 2017. And very clearly in this book, like what I say, where we all book as legal people, the first two we look at now the credence of admissibility. Waiting they make this copy admissible, waiting they make people accept them. From the first page cover of the book, you see also call it copyright. And the copyrights, now they give the rights to every legal document for be owned by the person where they produce them. And if you look at the copyright here, you say, waiting, this work is a product of the staff of the World Bank. The findings, interpretation and conclusion expressed in this work do not necessarily reflect the views of the executive director of the World Bank or the government they represent. The World Bank does not, listening to the World Bank does not guarantee the accuracy of data included in this work, the boundaries, color, dimension, and other information shown. So from the first cover, like what we say, when we all book, what we look at now the credibility of that book. Are you if Muniru pull book, what Muniru they look at, now how credible is the book I have written? And therefore I reserve all the right to myself, like liberty's right is reserved to the registrar of the Liberty Company under the Companies Act of Sierra Leone 2009. Anybody with tamper with that right, they don't tamper with the right of liberty.
So if they discredit the World Bank reports, if they put a question on
them.
Data with them pull,
yes.
How about this where they show so that they scream from the Global Hunger Index, where they talk say inside 2025 Global Hunger Index, they rank Sierra Leone 108 out of 123 countries them and show say the level of hunger in Sierra Leone is really serious.
Yes.
In back, you know, agree with the data.
Like what I say, that data they get informed background from 2017.
I know they talk about the WFP.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk about the Global Hunger Index.
The Global Hunger Index, now they tell you, so who side and get the results from? Because it's very clear with all the references they make for tell you say, Sierra Leone since 2018 not get any informed data. We really track the situation of Sierra Leone in terms of we poverty status and we hunger. As we speak now,
USAI Global Index hunger, they pull them data now where they show say now for 2025 they rank Sierra Leone 108 out of 120 country them, and they even go further for say the level of hunger na Sierra Leone is serious.
The report come from 2017. Like what
I know they talk about this report so they talk about now the Global Hunger Index.
And that's how they try to tell you. For let you get what you call findings, you go say the base your findings from. Who say they make you reference. The Global Index reference that informed then data is taken from the 2018 hunger situation report of Sierra Leone. That is what I'm making reference to. The current situation of Sierra Leone.
How you know say now from 2018
because the references are clear, books are not hidden.
Not a waiting you also are the
not to this normal this.
And they talk about now the Global Hunger Index. How you know say now from 2018 data they use for talk about the level of hunger in the country inside 2025.
Because it's clear, like what I say, it's just that I left that particular report there, I just got with this one. But it's clear when they tell you, say, whenever somebody they try for pull a report, for instance, we go to call literature review or they write dissertation, we go to call references, bibliography. Whenever you write a report, you get whatever piece where you make, waiting informed you forget that piece. Udan or waiting at the consultation the way you do, we informed you for make the piece. The Global Index make them very clear say our information is reference to this report. They are not magicians. They cannot just come out and give report. Their report reference to a particular report when upon that they will be informed. And all those reports catalog, they tell you say the only report available. Remember, we get a shock of the COVID. We make it very difficult so we get reports in the Sierra Leonean society. The statistics Sierra Leone's not able to do anything it's tangible. Only as at now where they try for put data together. So the only available data where the institution they use now the 2017 available data where gets the 2015 census where we do when I informed the information.
All right, Honorable, since you so believe, say now from 2018, let just show you this graph,
okay,
where they show now on the screen where the global hunger index use. You they see then start from the year 2000, 2008, 2016 up to 2025. If you look at the year 2000, you see how the graph they show. They talk about 57.8. They count down to 2008. That's not 2 years different. They talk about the level of hunger count down to 41.1. They count to 2016. They talk about 32.4. And inside 2005, it talk about 28.5.
Yes.
Which really shows say there is progress.
Yes, but when they
how
show
the
say,
year then they go,
indeed.
now so the graph they show say progress day.
Indeed.
So why you they deny now say
the issue why they
statistics so then they use now from 2018?
That's
where
what I'm saying.
The global index report show you from the year 2000.
The issue we informed, like what you see, the year 2000 report, USA it come from an informed background. We bring the 2000 report. For instance, when you look at the Auditor General's report, let's take for instance, Auditor General's report may make a report for 2025.
That's not the case.
No, I'm just giving an instance.
That's not the case.
I'm giving
the
an instance.
The case why they try for prove here is earlier you tell the audience then see this particular statistics, the data and old data from 2018.
Yes.
We make us show you this graph we show see not to old data. They even go ahead and show you trends from the year 2000 to 2025 we said and this. So we mean say now new and fresh data then gather for project this particular number.
Yes, if you look at this book, it tells you in February it come out.
We are not talking about the World Bank report.
I'm just giving sample.
You don't discredit the World Bank report.
I'm just giving sample that this report, for instance, where before we will like we call them tangible evidence. If you look at a title saying a February come out, but when you go read the details of this book, every bit of information with the inside, it'll give you a reference point where they take for informed that particular detail. That is what I'm saying, that every report that is coming, they come.
They say the source unreliable.
The source.
So that makes the report
I'm
unreliable.
not saying the source is unreliable. What I'm saying is the source is hinging on a particular reference, that this reference is what is informing the current results. That is what I'm trying to build. I'm not saying it's unreliable. What I'm saying is we've not got recent sources where then go hinge on for build on to the new data. For instance,
but this graph they show you say now recent data they inform the yearly report.
I don't just tell you say for you get the 2025 report, for instance, you be informed by what happened in 2024 or 2023 or 2022, depending on who side you gather your literature review for get you current information where you portray. That is what I'm trying to build. That for every bit of information, it hinges on something for the report to be tangible. Also.
So from where you are sitting,
yeah,
the reality on ground, they get interaction with people on a daily basis.
Yeah.
From where you are sitting, the reality on ground, waiting and statistics there they show, it not reflect the lives of Sierra Leoneans.
Absolutely not 100%.
But you agree, say there's hunger.
I agree.
And it is serious.
Very serious.
All
not only serious, very serious.
All right, Honorable, let me bring you in. We look at the status of hunger in Sierra Leone, and we don't see statistics from the World Bank where Honorable Muniu the question. We don't see statistics from WFP, and now what do they see from the global index? They rank Sierra Leone 108 out of 128 countries, and the reports they show say the level of hunger is very serious in Sierra Leone. Government top priority program for the second term, na Feed Salon. President Biobide Kambia 2 weeks ago celebrates the Feed Salon initiative, and for the table they launch now for make the country become food sufficient. Now statistics they show otherwise. Also, I think say the misalignment there.
Thank you very much, Khadija, and thank you to our viewers in Salone and around the world. But I zoom in and Salone for the benefits of we local people, them, Khadija. I wish this program, then before I don't get the title, how BO don't lead to increased food insecurity from 49.8 in 2008 to now 82% in 2025. So I repeat that again. We go from 49.8% of people the way they suffer from insecurity to 82% in 2025. Despite that, since 2018, we've had the BO-led government and has made the 5 big changes, which on the very top of them, the number one is food security. We listen to the president in speech just 2025, we can at parliament. They assure Sierra Leoneans and say food insecurity is a big thing and that they destroy dignity. And what else did they say? Dignity, they destroy people their dignity and that, which I totally agree. And so when the president came 2018 and make Feed Salone a number one priority, the entire country celebrate. We all they look forward to that, whether you were opposition, because like I say, when the issue erode, it affects everybody. The same price why they buy rice, and so my colleague here, Honorable Muniru, they buy them. You know, go get a difference because in a SLPP, we carry SLPP party card. And so if you see a difference from 49 to 82%, and you still say Feed Salone, they work well, then I wonder also they get statistics from. If you want to discredit any other reports, you go hard for discredit the World Food Program, the report. Because this is not just controlled by one source, I can assure you. They're not just getting information on one source. And most time they check them. It's a responsible, it's such a big organization. But anyway, law no labor on that. As I say, Khadija, for me, I believe say the Feed Salone don't fail in many, many aspects. Many. And today, just to address a few from our viewers them, I want to talk about some key things that the president don't do with the hope for make the food insecurity improve in Salone. We fail miserably. And I zoom in directly to the Tomabone project. The Tomabone projects, upon launching in 2021, today we're in 2025, 4 years on, we expect to see some kind of difference. And most time when we talk about the fact that the Feed Salone failed, a lot of people they say, but rice price don't go down. Now I'll tell you the reason why rice price go down. Business is demand and supply. Rice price only go down because the business people they have been forced by the government for come up with a pricing formula. And so they are squeezed within that box. They get for sell them at this price. And the amount of import to the president, they say 14% decrease in import. Only happened because people are not able to afford rice anymore. Not because they get Amboku or because we produce more. The president said we don't produce 8% increase on homegrown rice. As I tell you today, Khadija, me na wala picking one from Kontawala. And that's how they tell you so. As a kid growing up in this country, they do nothing but farm rice. They use for the produce bags and bags of rice. Just last week, I need for buy 2 bag rice for send for me people in the other side. Why? Because the rice production, the fertility of the soil is no longer the same. And so even when they make the same effort or even more, they need to get the same output anymore. As they say, compare Salone to other parts of the world, from statistics they will get, would they produce less than 2 hectares per bushel rice, when other areas that they get 5 to 7 hectares per that same bushel rice day. Why? Because the soil is so acidic now at the moment. And with people that without little knowledge there, despite the soil being so acidic, the only thing they ever know when that government they teach them that that's and they support them with is to continue putting fertilizer on an acidic soil already. So rather than using other things like alkaline where they neutralize the acid, then they put fertilizer again where it gets acid and make impossible for let the rice grow. So that's how they say. And I mean, now even when you go hospital and all the health experts, they advise we say, white rice not good for you. We'll get increase in diabetes, people them sick with high blood pressure and all complications. A lot of cardiac issues in Salone. You can go back to that statistics. And most time then they advise say, low, eat walrus. But because of the lack of walrus, most people they resort for the eat parboil. If I know a parboil, then they prescribe for you because you tell me, Khadija, who store we know in Salone where they sell walrus. And this is what we grow as a country. And so if the president say we get 8% increase, where is the rice? Show me one shop. Let any SLPP tell me one shop where they tell me, say this agro dealer or this farmer, they sell wala rice now, and they go buy all. Because the farmers are so frustrated, as I say, they invest in so much energy, so much finance. Mind you, they're already poor as they are, with the little resources, and they invest so much effort, so much finance, but the output's not they reflect. So in the end now, even a farmer now, more than happy for buy white rice. Because of the time where they spend for consume. And mind you, they only farm once a year. Which was why Tomabom was going to be, the flagship for us was going to be the head, knowing that those parts of the world, that part of the country, they get 9 months of rain. And so we're looking forward, then bring experts them in, spend elaborate amounts of money for let that project able to produce 3 times a year. As I talk today, Khadija, we're still at irrigation stage. And we still they ask the ACC, how far the investigation on the Tomabom, on the implementation, the funding, what happened? So if my landed colleague here as a member of parliament is there, they criticize World Food Program and all the reports they look at, it's a disappointment for the SLPP itself. Because if SLPP themselves not believe in the data as they put out from Ministry of Agriculture and from their own sources, then it makes you question. And really, we international partner themselves, where they pour so much money on this country for agriculture. Suppose for question, we know. Because what is we landed colleague they say here is that you not believe the statistics were there before them.
All right, honorable members.
Thank you very much.
We will come back to you, Honorable Muniru, but quickly, let me just take a clip of the former Minister of Finance, former Chief Minister, when Jacob Jusu Safar, when be a campaign chairman for the 2018-2023 elections, and the tender way if they try for sell the feed initiative program of President Bio in second time in office. Waiting exactly he been say, waiting the president be one for project and for how many years the feed salon initiative for take before salon people begin realize. Then we go back and listen to 2 years down the line, waiting JJ Safar been say about the feed initiative.
They don't only talk about rice, we talk about non-rice commodities. Saloma, and we even need to the public education so that we reduce our reliance on rice and look for other food commodities. Yam day, banana day, all that day. But apart from that, we also make sure say we provide credit facilities, because that's one of the major problems of production in this country is lack of credit facility. Special credit options or credit facilities will be created for people. It is going to be a part of a presidential priority, and it will receive the highest level of support. It's not going to be things as usual. And we don't find out say this is something within 2 years. Even our current records, we improve self-sufficiency in food production about 70 to 75%. So small injection what we do for the past 2 years, we're able to improve on those figures. So we don't get a clear idea of this, that within the next 2 years or 3 years, we'll be very sure that, except possibly why it's imported rice, but we have enough rice here to eat, to consume.
All right. Former Minister of Finance and also former Chief Minister when I've been campaign chairman for 2023 elections for the SLPP. This is not the same way it be they sell the feed salon initiative. For and by then, he believes say where government begin roll out this particular feed salon initiative, enough rest go in the country. Pass somebody one for buy imported rice, but then go get enough for salon people. Now, 2 years down the line, because President Bio just come out Cambia for go celebrate 2 years of the feed salon initiative. But yet still, we don't hear from Honorable Aminata Naya. In believe say even the wala rest, the country rest, in order to market. And when you go to market, you ask for a expensive than the imported rice. Why JJ Safar in words them not come to reality? It's 2 years down the line.
Yes, I like that line there where you say even where you're gonna market. And me sister make them very clear. I don't gonna in place where they can talk but when I counter wala. I don't walk around that sea area there and I know exactly waiting at the potential with that particular area they get. But one thing we don't be missing are the attitude of we the Sierra Leoneans then, because when a leader make pronouncement, wetin it do not ignite the power within we as citizens, for let we focus, for let we pay attention to a particular thing. If you go na that area, they like where they rightly say, youth were there ready to work. But now these youths are all engaged in bike ridings and other stuffs. With all due respect to those bike riders, you didn't notice say the bobo they did in a junction, they wait for 2-3 passengers instead of going to do their agricultural work. I remember me left Freetown for my first time where January 6 happened. My mama said, no, you're not safe again, come up line. When I went to the village, I was a farmer and at the same time a miner. What do we do as miners? We work in our farms. When the rice are being growing, we leave them to the women to continue, and we go, now we diamond walk. Oh, come on, do we diamond walk in the evening, we can't farm for. That's how it was happening. But now, waiting don't happen in the bike system. Agriculture work don't be shattered apart. And like way I be the rightly draw me line, I not in any way discredit the report. Waiting at the try for make clear now that the data where they use informed by an old data, and not to miss Siam. Now the very book Siam, look at it here. In Sierra Leone, the last official poverty estimate are from the 2018 Sierra Leone Integrated Household Survey, limiting the ability to access the current situation, especially after major shock, such as the Ebola outbreak, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the recent period of high inflation. Without updated data. I did not say so. The books are making it clear.
That's one book you're looking at. Did you go to Ministry of Agriculture?
I'm just saying, because when we come, this report now make, for instance, say 82% of our Sierra Leonean population are food insecure. And if this report now make that projection day, this very report now lay the very line say, follow we get this projection, now upon this basis we draw this projection. Where they tell you say they don't get any recent one. And I make the report further state very clearly now say the new data will provide valuable insights into post-COVID socioeconomic realities and serve as a benchmark for tracking progress under the government national development plan. Now, la left that side and come to the practical aspects na the ground, which we call the market behavior. The market behavior of the citizens not a magic. Cost of items not go down by magic. It go down by a particular factor with the influence them. Me and you, like my sister and everybody within the studio and the citizens the way they listen out there no see. We be done the clock 1 million plus for a bag of rice.
From 200,000
yes, like Waki always say, me no kill for go to reference because Sierra Leone, like how we what I mean, we people look at those conditionalities and they saw the last regime as not vital or important for them. They asked them out. And so we are building. We are building.
Yourself in is the right
we are building. Now conduct the 2018 election and we won it hands down. But like what they say, we are building on a situation. Like what I say, the market behavior is what we are looking at here. The prices of rice not go down from 1 million to 670 just because people and go force business people as me sister purport. No, one thing one no.
They were given a
there is this mechanism now which you call the pricing formula. We know who side they buy. I happen to study logistics as well from Cambridge and where I use for work na Celtel and I do some procurement. We know how you buy. We know the cost where you buy. We know what it cost you for shipment. And when you come with a compute all in cost the day and tell you say there is no way you could sell on this price. So therefore this is the pricing formula. Now that we don't succeed for doing the petroleum industry, we make as we speak we don't get stable petrol price. Today we just a week one morning one dealer grabs a petroleum go up. It never again gonna happen because these formulas are working. When we come to the rice system as well, we've developed the formula because we don't want Lebanese them for just make one conference call.
The formula was good, except now not for use for tell people them. Say that because of the formula make the price go down.
Fine.
It's not merely because you might do well.
And like what they say, I am giving you, like I said, it is a market behavior. Now that's I give you. I just draw that line for tell you say business people we are not forced.
The quote where the president is saying is due to the increase in production. I don't think
that is another factor.
No.
Like when you rightly say, my sister go na the market and go no see there is no time in the history of this country where you go for wall arrest, where you get now any market of a country.
Right now,
if you want to come on a low drive.
But when we talk about Toma Bomb, would they expect one store?
Toma Bomb, like what?
Where they sell wall arrest by bag.
If it happen that way, if it happen that way, they like what they say, we get what we call bias market system.
Okay.
We don't see who sell restaurant can at this country. Me constituency in a client town can in K Black Road.
Yeah.
We don't see sell restaurant where they sell and cheap. What they do, them buy all, change the bags and take them into system. So that they tell you the kind of behavior. Remember who will do sociology, they tell you say human, for study human is the most difficult thing. Because if I smoke 5 packets.
Say the insecurity is down to we behavior, market behavior.
That is what I'm saying.
Really?
The behavior of we the humans. Like what I tell you, for when we succeed in feeding Sierra Leone, me and you go for involve. If you go plant small farm where you produce 24 bags of rice, if you also eat 1 bag, now 12 bags, the other 12 bags you sell.
Not fertile, the rest of the
there's no way our grounds will not be fertile.
Our people are losing.
You know
they
how
have
it used
less
to
than
be.
what they invest.
Like what I say,
and that has been discouraging.
You know how it used to be.
And all these government supportive initiatives have been cancelled.
You know how it used to be.
So
I know how it used to be.
Small income.
Before this time, people were not hoping on. Let me just finish this line. People were not hoping on government. What we are doing is we look at the forest. We know this forest is now strong enough. We migrate there to farm, leaving the old one to grow.
So you don't want them to hope on your government?
What I'm saying, in every facet of society, citizens have to develop the sense of responsibility.
And in this case, we're not.
This ground fertile way, honorable, they try for tell you where you not believe in. Say the ground not fertile. You believe in climate change?
Sure.
You believe say climate change they affect farming now?
Heavily.
So waiting at the disagreement with Honorable Aminata the same.
Fine. The disagreement here is like I said, I have involved in farming, I've involved in mining. Waiting we they do now that we they look this forest, we know say we go to call natural manure. Where the leaves, the way they fall down, the tumbu, the way they rot in, the beefs, the way they die in a bush, it cause natural manure for a forest. Waiting to happen, we they look at this forest, we say it don't tick. We migrate for farm day. The one we don't farm, we left farm for grow for another year. In back get in your manure. That is how it has been happening. Now we don't see fertilizer don't come. We in fact don't expose me and you to plenty sickness. It not be that effective in terms of farming. Now be just for industrial farming. Now fertilizer be there. But subsistence farming, me and you know say waiting we be needing a thick forest, we swamp, we they brush the grass, we left and they eroding. That is how we doing.
Now because when the soil begin to fail.
Fine. So it tells you
they haven't used them before because the soil was rich. The minerals and the soil wouldn't be using it.
Yes, they use them now because they are now lazy. Like what I tell you, the laziness in the sense.
You know, able work like a farmer.
Like
so don't call them lazy.
I have been doing it. What I mean,
no, you haven't.
They are now lazy in the sense they cannot go to new forests.
No, they are discouraged.
They are rather farming in the same place because they don't want to go far off. What we used to do.
Let's make the farmer they not able to produce large
produce. Yeah, like what I say. Before this time,
now
what we do?
Make the farmer they not able to produce large.
Their strength has been reduced. Bikes don't spoil them. Other issue they don't spoil them. What will they do before this time? Like what I say, would they look for thicker forest? Now don't they migrate for go farm? There is no way with the farm now we backyard because we know say we backyard man no enough. This is the truth. Like what I say, so the market behavior. That's what they are doing now, and we want to see how they could conquer new grounds, and these new grounds could be new fertile soil, new developed soil. That is what we want to see, because at the end of the day this fertilizer gets in your side effect where we use as consumers, where they affect we. So that is what we need to clear very much.
All right, quick one. Let just see it for you, Honorable Muniru, from the latest WFP report, where indicates serious and persistent food insecurity situation at Sierra Leone. It said with 82.3% of the population facing food insecurity in 2004, driven primarily by ongoing economic challenges, high food prices, and climate change impacts. So the issue of climate change, even WFP acknowledge and say, now a problem. But you now they say the farmers are lazy.
What they say? Climate change clear.
You now they say because the farmer they lazy, now it make them not able to produce high produce anymore.
It's clear.
But the reports the state say the high food prices now due to climate change and economic effects.
Because more production is not received. And when you not produce more, what's in the happen? The few within the market, they get increase in demand. And when you get increase in demand, absolutely the price they go up. That's what economics makes very clear. The moment there's a few stock in the market, more people go in for it. prices are hike straight off. Look at now, we only buy fuel 25 loans. If it's scarce right now, automatically it go up. No magic about that. Economics is a living subject. One thing where you need to take from economics now, how real it makes society grow. Like when we say the climate change, why I go school, then tell me say November by now, now dry season, November to April. But look at the rain blowing ground as if it has it's a new rainy season beginning. This is fact. Climate change, they affect you because like me grow up na Black Road. Behind me na the forest they go up. Where be they control me society, I get me kisibu quarter where they run, then they enjoy for swim and do other things them. Very much. Ask me grandpa then they tell you say yes. Ask me grandpa, they tell you say waiting create that more back. Usai we and the limba and go sit on agriculture. That is clear. Even if you go now under FBC banding, they see they don't plant less than they because people are involved in it.
Trying, right?
That is what I'm saying.
There's no one empty land at this country where they meet and they plant.
So let's
that is all we know, in fact.
Let's say now if these little people who are in Freetown, all of us could go back to our villages as I do every year. Farm in my swamp.
To go to their villages.
Because that is where we have fertile
soil. But they're already farming here.
That is what the
but
land
I just said to you, the climate change is affecting everywhere. And if you say the climate, so they drop salary different, when they drop free toy different to the all they drop up line, really honorable.
Not different. I make I tell you,
so
what we need to do is go back to our rainforest land, go back to our savannah land, and farm well to go
I'm sure even as you prepare this morning, you were just gonna come and refute. Very frustrated.
Some of the key findings them inside the WFP in 2024 to 2025 report, according to the harmonized analysis, it shows that the number of people who need urgent food assistance it increased significantly during 2024, the lean season, when they say from July to October, and it rise from approximately 1.1 million to over 1.5 million people, when at 20% of the population. They seriously and urgently need food assistance. This is not the key finding of the report.
We're almost at dying point. We really need them. What I say, Khadija, this government, I'd always say, has to act more responsible. I want to give small credit to President Bio on making the 5 agenda. I kind of see the vision. I really feel say it mean well. But it's unfortunate that it failed so miserably because of the people that we put in the wrong places. If I talk about the audit report again 2023, despite having a former member of parliament, we know how important this book, Khadija, SLPP then go still say would they make them partisan. But I don't want to go partisan. And so I bring the book itself so that in case me English no good, you say go help me read them. Or in case I read inside it, you go read the neutral thing. According to the audit report in 2023, page 93, what they show you now, where the president go Cambia on this World Food Program, the last way he do that in 2021, a Kabbalah, we will all know how Kabbalah productive. In that World Food Program, they declare a scheme would then set up, what then called the Extension Advisory Service. This scheme began for be like a contact center for we small micro agricultural farmers them. Because obviously, when we talk about agriculture, as much as the government gets on my boom, as I say, we're still at irrigation stage. And even at irrigation stage, we've already investigating how fundings are going there. And we're still at irrigation stage of just 35%. Now, they divide that into 4 areas when they irrigate, Khadija. Let me tell the Salon people them. Into 4 parts when they divide Tomaboom, they're still working on 2 parts only at the moment. And that 2 parts were left in and not church it. Out of the 2 parts where they work on, in all the last 3 years, they've only done 35%. So let's look at this. 3 years we don't spend in just doing 35%. How long we need for spend from now to 2028? We're probably still going to be irrigating at about 40% for the 2 areas. 1 hectare is about 5,000, 5,000. So the 2 10,000 hectare, when they work on at the moment, they are 35% in 3 years. In 2021, when the president go launch the World Food Day, he make an elaborate initiative where he set up this extensive advisory service. This service we get for day for help small agricultural people them, give them advice on funding, how they go able to access funding, give them advice on climate change, like give them the awareness and the support for let them able produce more. Tell them about soil management and tell them on all this. Just form up in 2021, as I talk today, according to this audit report, when they go the older area they don't dilapidated. The IVI system, when the interactive voice system, then get an interactive voice system we then set up, Khadija, supported by the BAFs, Boosting Agriculture and Food Security Project, we then support them for set them up so that people are able to call, even with the button phone. There was a number 899 where you call, where they advise you electronically on the challenges them. They talk to you in any language. That service as I talk today, now they work again. The call center now they operate anymore. The side where they open for let people then give support. The side where support for tell farmers them how they will get support from, as I say, from funding and how they for managing crops, how for sell, including pricing formula and all this. It not they work anymore. It go on for say the postage of the ministry in storage building them. Even worse. Even the storage facilities where the ministry make for support farmers them, it fall apart. Fence, the one I can see where they near winner, they say the fence self done for them. Machinery they lay down, I do rain they beat them, sand they beat them, grass they grow for them. Now, we're talking about a project that just started 3 years ago when we make them a big flagship. We've been a number one. We've been since 2018, in fact, we've been talking about food insecurity. And the president, as I say in his own speech, when he took over in 2018, admits say we were at 48 point something%. Now we're 82, despite all the funding. And Khadija, for you know, say the president says not believe in the feed salon anymore. I get for say, maybe out of frustration. But the poor man, he says, I don't give up. I go tell you now, even the funding for the feed salon project, they go down rather than up. In the last supplementary budget, it go from 749 million, they bring it down to 95 million. That is how much President lost confidence by this. With the work in line with the Ministry of Finance. While the president, your own budget, they go up by nearly tenfold, and they look at feed salon and say, no, you don't worth it. They put them down. The evidence are there. And again, my landed colleague will help me for verify that. I believe so inside on the reader, they follow that. The other failures they will see, Khadija, now the amount of money they invest for buying machineries them. Again, that was an elaborate initiative, a very good one. But what they do with them machine, when they bring them, can they not get to farmers there? Then give out to people that when call ring machine holders them, when then they manage them. And the initiative again, at its work, is good. Then give them, let them manage and privately, so let them look like na government own, let them give to farmers, let farmers work with them. In turn, then pay yearly into the consolidated fund, where we'll be together and see how we go buy more of them machine and support farmers them. But what they did, instead of giving it to the farmers that were concerned, or give out the districts them, the people that will really know about farming, then give out to party people them. Me on this state, but look on this state, the person then get happen for no very well. A pro-SLPP man, where they make sure say, even though you know the area will be then predominantly APC and a day that the farm rest, you know they give them the machine because they are APCs. You know they hide themselves. You know make them predominantly clear. We not be support literally. Them machine are for SLPP people then. Limiting their work. Yes.
Honorable, we don't hear outside the Minister of Finance, don't give the figures na Cambia during the term where President Bio Bingodi for go celebrate the World Food Day and also celebrate 2 years of the feed salon program. And your figures them not align with your own figures them. So quickly, Lord, just listen to Fantamadi when the Minister of Finance, where he be give update on how President Bio challenged them for increase on the agriculture budget.
He say you have to make sure say we increase the money they spend at the sector, but we set up as government. So what me do inside finance with the approval, now for make sure the small model with the get will begin increasing. Inside Africa, they say every country, if they give 10% of your money where they generate in your own country towards agriculture. But small model they give about 2%. But we also make sure say we reach 10% before 2028 they reach. But beyond today, inside 2025, from 2%, now 6.5% now we don't reach. And I believe say by 2028 we reach the 10% mark. And you say Fabio, you did before this fete. Because also they do smart tax now they do. Because we think happen with things like resto. We get a talk in parliament the last term. Couple of years ago, they said no tax yes because of the important fee. They say it's so important. When Fabio say yes important, but when you not tax yes, what's happening is that now the other farmer they within another country it's really you monitor. So he said we are gonna put small tax per restaurant where they come up from outside. We wanna keep that money there so that we put out to the feed salon who will support to farmer there. So then fertilizer, then seed, then till they get a small machine that where they come to now that money will they use for make sure say when I get access to subsidies there for able to farm in this country.
All right. 2 weeks ago na Cambia, we say it be the give updates to President Bio. We all listen, I say President Bio challenged them for increase on the agriculture budget from now to 2028. If we don't reach 10%, because now so other countries then at the sub-region. And according to I believe say it don't reach to 6% and go with Anton and a parliament. But your figures where they give not align with what Fantamadi say na Cambia.
And for proof that again, the document there, for say anything easy, and Khadija, you say, then people are not get problem for life. It's not, in fact, they know they even say the people don't talk to, they're civilized enough for pick on them here.
So whose documents were you the quote?
The supplementary budget we can parliament for 2025, the supplementary budgetary acts, Khadija, let read them for you, not miss a thing. And I get here. I don't know if you see the title, Supplementary Appropriation Act 2025. Let me read them out loud for the people then. It said Development Agriculture, Feed Saloon. In 2025, the budget from January to December will allocate initially is 747,233.700 million. And they allocate initially. Come back by 2025, this went down to, as a year they go, they realized they're not going to allocate that amount of funding. They bring it down to 91,282,500. And as I speak today, they still need for 35 million more out of the 91. So even when they don't bring it down to 91 per year, as we speak today, we're already in November, 1 month to the next budget for CAM, they still hold the ministry 35 million and not get out of 91. So that brings you to what, about 56 million being given for the whole year.
But why you think, say, a whole finance minister
there
for go in front of President Bio, get a report say, if you don't task him for let it reach 10%, now it is around 6%, but wait till you read, say, then at the supplementary budget, where then take tone on a parliament, that a mismatch of the figures with Fantamadi Gina can be.
We used to this, Khadija. We now see one problem with them people here for lying on a public platform them. Because like I said, they already consider Sierra Leone as people that were illiterate. As far as them concerned, the SLPP government, now they no more educate, now they no more. As I said, me, I carry the authentic document, Khadija. I get the load this morning for carry this. This document, as my honorable colleague will confirm to you, now the document there are we are bupa. I know then at the government directly, yes, I work in a parliament, but I know they work with the Ministry of Finance day to day. I rely on what they can't tell me. And the figure the way they tell you, as I show you, they are what they brought to us. Like I say, the program, the initiative is good. The president wants to do well. 10% is a good budget out of the money if we go to agriculture indeed. But even when the president say low allocator, Minister of Finance don't say he not able to allocate it. And now from 6.5%, they tell you say we go reach 10% in 2 years. Impossible.
All right, let's bring in Honorable Muniru. We'll listen to Fantamadi na Cambia, where they talk about the increase where it don't make any budgetary allocation to the feed salon. For it about 6% now, and President Bio challenged and say if we reach 10%. But according to Honorable Aminata, the figures them with waiting the Minister of Finance go in a parliament, not to the same.
All right.
Like what I say, me study linguistics at Frabu College and I teach me Picadian comprehension. What say comprehension, it means understanding. Me sister rightly make and clear say supplementary budget. The word supplementary means an added budget already to the previous budget when in government they operate on. When supplementary budget come, they can add to already waiting them, they don't give way day in operation, but it's not enough. No. So if the figure they come, okay, we made 20,000 to push us, but we've seen the 20,000 is not enough. What can we do to complete the year? Let's bring a supplementary budget because government cannot spend anything without bringing it to parliament. So the supplementary budget they come for let's say the 100 we will be giving not do we want more because we want for reach we target. That is the underline. When I teach me picking and comprehension, I go for tell them for read and understand waiting. And the minister make it clear from 2 to 6, which is progress. And it say president don't challenge them for waiting for go to 10. where they tell you, say, yes, with more focus, with more capital intensive support, we the able reach USA we were reach. And still, I can always say, the attitude of Sierra Leoneans still need for be made. My sister make it clear. People in the hype Burkina Faso president because he buy machines. We've bought 5 times more machines than the Toure in Burkina Faso. But yet, waiting to happen, President Deka with all the goodwill, with all the effort, with all the determination, give it out to people. Waiting to happen. These very people, some man where you go, you watch tractors are loading woods. How frustrating that could look like. So, like what we say, all waiting with the try for us. This is not about SLPP or APC. Sometimes me, I can always say, I want to see the civic education taking effect. Now I make while listening Musa Tarali the other day, they call on institutions now how for own responsibility for make sure say whatever we face as a country, like we face the Ebola, we fought it together. We can do it for any other aspect way we face with as a country. Because at the end of the day, APC is not going to leave Sierra Leone. SLPP is not going to leave Sierra Leone. We are all going to stay here and see a better Sierra Leone. Some of we wait till we want to see president don't make the proclamation. How could we as citizens make this proclamation a must to us? So now I make me the call on everybody. My sister, let not just kind of Freetown and forget in constituency. Let we go and continue for the till the soil. And when we till the soil, I believe say, if everybody they produce at least 24 bags of rice per year, you host now 1 bag you eat, you still get 12 bags for sale. We're gonna make you buy Maggi, you buy pepper, you buy other commodities that the market. This is what we want to see. So at the end of the day, when I was in parliament, we do some tour to Bangladesh and other countries. You didn't notice, say, even the rest the way they can't we for buy. Now that's where they don't shell for 5 going to 10 years. The new rest need the can. So they tell you say now all rest them they can't we. So why we as Sierra Leoneans them nobody try for produce we fresh and young where we they eat. Now most time what me I never buy corn na Freetown, Lord forbid. Because when you buy corn na Freetown, just know say that 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old corn you don't buy. Now me they buy corn because I know say they are fresh broke and fresh born. Now they are the buy because I want to eat it fresh. So now so I want to see every Sierra Leoneans they eat rice where we they produce in this country. So at the end of the day, we they able get that freshness what we need. The white rice not good for we. And the one the way they produce like what I say, me don't go, I don't see as a logistician. My target was the 5-4 system, first in. First out. You didn't notice that the one the way they don't produce, like for instance, now rest way they don't produce from 2015, 16, 17, 9 they ship, so now they come. The 2021 going to 25, then they still keep them because it's fresh and young. Now and then they eat. So as citizens of this country, the president has made a call, like Anes did for attitude and change. How many of us were able to change our attitude? We can still throw filth in the street and the gutters are blocked for us. Water is taking over the street. So what we want to say is
food insecure.
That's another effect of climate change. If we could filth the street, the field goes to the sea. When the field goes to the sea, we know what happens when the sea is rough and things get bad. So these are the things.
They better now with the mayor who get to they clean the city way more than we ever did.
All right, let's leave that for another day. Today, I want to focus on the situational report, because when you look at this report, one thing, yes, we agree say the thing is very difficult, but something we mention very clearly is say it as of 2024, approximately 32.7% of the population lives in poverty base. Wait till you say if 32.7% they in poverty base, it tell you say 68.3% don't they above the poverty line. So that tells you we are moving. If I the mark me picky get over 50, don't pass. So now that's what they try for push for. So anybody where they look at data no say if 32.7% now the people now they now president don't see say yes, we need to go take them from wherever they are, we need to give them food sufficiency, we need to provide for them so that at the end of the day as a country we all go like we Pakababi say with something we bele we go make we enjoy and sleep well, we wake in the morning for go walk back.
The WFP reports a state say high inflation and rising cost of staple food na major factor will lead to the statistics so them publish say 82% of the population food insecure And this then say now from January 2023 to January 2004. And then talk about the prices of local and imported rice. They increased by 31% and 38% respectively. And also then talk about the increase and cost for agriculture. They mention fertilizer, the seed stem, and of course transportation, where them believe say now some of the reason then this way make them publish that data we say 82% of the population then food insecure and 18% severely food insecure. Would listen to Fantamadi. Going further, it talk about machines where they don't bring for make the farmer then life comfortable. So if 6% budget allocation, they go to the feed salon initiative. Why up till now reports the like WFP, the World Bank reports we just quote, but they talk about severe poverty and hunger in Sierra Leone.
Yes, it's possible because, like we say, now we don't begin get new mining sectors. We go for the GIWI and exchange revenue because if you look at waiting the report,
dollar rates have remained stagnant.
Like if you look at waiting the report state, they look at inflation, and this inflation, nothing way if it increase a little, a turn around in the market pattern, then it clear. One thing, like what I always say, economics need a lie. Once the price increases, waiting they happen, people they suffer because unless we look for an alternative source or food, we now will use. But Sierra Leone, for instance, if we eat cassava for the day, we still see say we not eat nothing. We eat food, we not still eat nothing. Pass we eat less. So now he make that report, waiting government they try for do. Now for let we see say we all like way I tell my sister, let we all farm. If you not go for buy rest, you know say rest there. Let we all farm, produce for we self. The energy, like what I say, the laziness, let we increase with strength, let we add with value, let the Okada boys the way they run now with villages and other places, make sure say when it is farming time, low left the Okada, they will go farm like how we the miner them they do, they will left the woman and now they go the weed for we, they will kind of with Okada business. Then when harvest time come back, we go and harvest so that we get a lot. If you look at the report where you read, you will notice say every year me, I send food within July to September. You know why? Because then 10 day me daddy de pa do me swamp work. And when it do me swamp work, pass a supporter with white dress because now they use for cook for the workman the way they go. But once that is over, we get over it. Now, because I don't day into the farming serious one, what we do now, whenever we farm, we put her up, we get that thing we call band, we set fire under the smoke, they go the small. Wait them can away call me for rest. I say no, put down the way they up, calm down. You see, no, what I try to say, it's about attitude of us all.
Okay.
I am trying to say if I can do it,
one part. What else could you do?
I'm trying to say if I can do it, you can do it. Everybody can do it.
I'm already doing it.
Fine. So at the end of the day, if all can do it, we can get the result we want. Government they do the efforts, like what you say. Machines they don't be bought, fertilizers are there.
And to party people, whether they pay back to the government because then take care and pay off.
Well, that
not given to the right farmers.
That boils onto the attitude again because this party people are very Sierra Leoneans. Well, like you can define them as SLPP, but they are Sierra Leoneans, and they are not born in SLPP, neither APC. It's by attitude. Now they tell you. Now by attitude that they tell you.
I feel like you're joking with the people.
No, I know they joke with them.
You really joke with salon people the way they tell them that they're laziness, now they bike riding, they're not they farm enough because you they farm.
Well,
you are privileged even if you they farm. Maybe you will get fertilizer. A bag of fertilizer
I don't ever use fertilizer. I don't ever use fertilizer in my swamp.
So you can afford it.
I don't ever use fertilizer in my swamp. Never.
Honorable members, let me just go now and listen to the farmer them where they do the work themselves. Let them talk about, or they can't tell you, Honorable Aminata, let them just talk about waiting and think about the feed salon initiative and outside government then believes a need for improvement. Let's listen to some farmer they all talk to.
They produce Irish potato, onions, tomato, radish, spinach, cabbage, and the rest of it. I think one of the things that they really need for focus on. They're not just for focus on rice farming. Feed salon, not to rest no more with feed we get different areas of farming. So if you then focus on all these areas like the poultry, the vegetable farmers, the rice growing, if they focus on all this one, I think say na a teamwork for more people for support the feed salon project. And one another thing we go make the feed salon go before and all what that can go on. I think saying at the value chain, the support where then they give people them, give somebody seed, they tell we not to them for farm, give somebody seed, then get side for go cultivate. I go get a land, but if I not get seed, I not get support. And then they say they will let youth then come into farming. We the youth that will not want hard labor. Nobody don't want for go owe the turn am. We not even get the youth them again for do their hard work then they, because now all the youth they don't go into drugs, they intoxicate themselves. So that they go see why youth will go put one swap, make a big vast of farm on your own. But now we not get them. So if we not get machines, we need machines. Machines are one of the things that we go really help the Feed Salon project. And then we go motivate with the youth them for going to farming. Because I know go left me office and I want to go to farm for go. But if I go to farm, I get machines, I go left me office, my weekend and my time the when I'm off, for I able for go and do me farming, and as Sesay I able for do within I able for do at that time. So that is also now one of the things that we governments need for look into machines, mechanized farming, and complete value chain. My farm need for be irrigated, what I mean, so farm then they in a virgin land, we not all things they grow there, unless they come irrigate them, some side they need water, they need borehole and all those stuff. So if we get them in there, so if we just get no more the land and then do the irrigation or seed, how we going for continue? We need the capital, we need the full capital for make we able for carry into farming and do a complete one. Make able for sustain and the next time we able for produce large quantity.
We get the largest cassava farm in Bo, in Galubagwe, and I also get factory where they process gari. I would say for now it is the largest gari processing plants in the country, and probably when you look at Guinea, Liberia, Senegal, and the Gambia, with capacity for process about 16 tons of cassava a day. The initiative itself of Feed Salon is a very laudable venture by the president. Very bold, to be honest, because food insecurity is extremely high in the country. Any country owner able to feed himself, to be honest, it's a huge problem. If you're not able to afford 3 meals a day, picking them would go hungry. So bold move by the president for we able to feed the country. But what thing probably missing again is continued investments. However, the president don't try it. FSRP don't come in with about $120 million. Would and don't go. They don't spend up to about 3 years now. Again, AVDP also. So investment they come. But again, let us understand this. From Osai's Sierra Leone be done day for the import $250 million worth of rice to today, when there is a huge reduction in the importation, it could therefore take time for you actually see the desired result itself with the investments for turn that tide day. Because what we know they happen is we've been just rely on full importation, and agriculture has always been a way of life. But now we need to see agriculture as a way of business, create the enabling environments by the government so that the private sector will be attracted into investing. And until and unless we get huge private sector investment in the country, we're not going to actually able to see the desired results of reduction in the price of rice to the level outside the layman care for buyer. Of course, rice been done go up to $1 million. So they don't come down to 600. But even at that still, with the minimum wage of 800,000, it's still a bit difficult for the ordinary family. Again, it's about creating enabling environments. What I mean here, let me get in structured financing, because agriculture is a very expensive business. Let me not joke with that. It's a very expensive business. Usai, you don't import $250 million, you want for brand can down to even half. You need huge investments, so access to affordable financing. Of course, again, we need access to electricity, access to good road network, access to develop lands, you see, because the way how we always do agriculture in the country is subsistent farming, which means somebody, they do 1 acre, 1.5 acre. It produces sometimes 1 ton of rice. Then this particular person, they eat, let's say, 3 tons. So halfway the year, it don't eat all what he produce without no sell to anybody else. You see, until we begin to look at more industrialized farms, commercialized farms, and mechanized farming, it will be difficult for we bring down the cost of production to a level where productivity will increase, and then we'll be able to sell the rice so cheap for the ordinary person for able to afford them.
All right. All right, you don't listen to two farmer them. You listen to Fatmata Meso, we na a vegetable farmer, and also Rashid A. Conte, we get Sarah Bogari, according to her, in the largest producer for Gary. You don't listen to their opinion. Waiting and things say missing inside the feed salon initiative and also government need for improve. And according to the Minister of Finance, then they allocate about 6% of the national budget right now to the feed salon initiative, and President Biodon challenge and say from now to 2028 they need to for increase them to 10%. And today we look at the World Bank reports where they publish last week Thursday. Yesterday we start for discuss some sector them inside the budget, and today we look at the one way talk say 82% of the population of Sierra Leone then food insecure, and 18% of this population severely food insecure. We try for align them to the government's flagship program when at the Feed Salon initiative. If government 2 years down the line don't implement the Feed Salon initiative, but them donor partner there, then statistics they show say 82% of the population food insecure. We try for find the missing pieces them inside this particular initiative. You don't listen to the Minister of Finance, you don't listen to the farmer them, and we'll take una way back 3 years down the line, outside the former Chief Minister and former Minister of Finance, JJ Safabile explain. And according to that's the way we try for sell the Feed Salon initiative, he believes say after 2 to 3 years, pass Salomon one for buy imported rice, but then believe say the local rice go in at the markets. But don't listen to the farmer. Then quickly, I'll come back to you, Honorable Aminata. And 6% of the national budget, they go into the Feed Salon initiative. According to the Minister of Finance, they invest in machines and also seed, fertilizer, and other things them. But just listen to the farmers them, waiting and see the one for going to mechanized farming, and also the youth them were not available again for going to farming.
Thank you, Khadija. First of all, I'll just correct me landed colleague there. Now the disaster this will get with the politicians. The one they will land now the full we pass everybody. We have dedicated force among we in thousands. For let you tell me say they school me on a supplementary budget. Let me tell you what the supplementary budget to do, Honorable. Maybe you don't say you come up parliament, you don't forget. The supplementary budget where I read and to Khadija showing the 3 categories them. The first category one are 749. Now originally pulled at the original budgets. Now we allocate for 2025 for spend for agriculture. Now in the council we with the supplementary budget with them bring and count on to 94. For say the 749 it's too much, they're not able to make them, they're not able to raise them. And the last figure they show you waiting left for get at the end of the year. Now, so me understand this supplementary budget, and we as them will confirm that. So a lot of people them, like I tell you now, this thing not gets to do with politics. The angry really don't saloon today. Long before World Food Program, they tell we know 82% from 49% in 2018. Despite all the money, I would then say we go to 6.5% under the BO government. Lastly, the machinery there, as I said to I commend the president. He intentionally good. He buy the machine them. But what he do? He give party people at the district level them. And that party people I make sure say now only the young people that they give. They don't count system they like the agro dealers them. When they give farmers them vouchers them. They vouchers yourself rather than looking by farm, then pick the young people then they give them voucher. And before we know, then quickly make a syndicate between the ministry and the farming. Then they give to people they will not get one farm self we don't free to
Honorable, you
and go pick them.
will not go want to use a platform for make huge allegations on the Ministry of Finance.
I've just shown you the evidence.
You say then buy the machines.
Yes.
But then give to people there when a party people.
Yes, because I mean evidence I can show one.
The evidence where you get for show say the people them.
The evidence
where
is
the
there.
ministry give them machine there.
It there.
Now party people them, because we're not going to get a situation Also, you go use a platform for make allegation.
You
We
don't
not
ask
get
mommy, I they
evidence.
show you the book before you, Khadija. You're a landed colleague like I am. The evidence is here. I have it here and I can read it out to you. On page 99, it says outstanding revenue from machine ring operators. So the machine ring operators and the people are testing and then give them machine there. Whereby right and suppose for lend them small farmers there, work with them, then pay them, and they agree with the government the amount of money for the comeback. Now they read for you on the 26th of May 2001, the ministry provided 409 assorted farmer machine and equipment, 279 tractors and 130 power drill to 14 private organizations as a lease agreement. So they be supposed to pay we back every year. Tell them pay down for their machine here. Now, those 14 organizations were required to pay annual, which I've just read. Contrary to clause 16.3 of the contract, we observe 14 business entity had not paid their lease agreement to the ministry. And the ministry, as seen here, severe audit recommendation, it's here. For competency sake,
from the audit report.
Yes.
But not sign on then at this audit report we say na party people them.
They
give the machine them.
Now they can tell you say now they mean they say am because now that we know.
Say na party people them. Because you can't make such allegation here, then you don't get evidence for back you claims.
Khadija, they ask me but what the answer now, I know they want listen. I don't tell you say the evidence me on the street. I can categorically tell you, say, the local ministry, they don't tell them give the machine. Now, a private individual, when I SLPP supporter, now put local. Yes, down there I can prove. And so if it happen put local, I know say they happen elsewhere. It could not be an isolated case. And this man limits the machine to people that won't choose for G, rather than run there as a business. And the other issue they will come up with their machine here, you know, the lack of maintenance in them. And as I said, the revenue, when they give them, none not come in. Look at how much government lost as a result, 32,308.124. Now we lost from their machine. You and I know say their machine cost money. So let them give their house and we're supposed to bring money back. But anyway, the area where we come out, one of the prominent projects you get there at the Rombe Swamp. I want to zoom into them. On the president's speech in 2021, he talked about the Rombe Swamp and that they don't invest 54 million. Invested on rice cultivation at the Rombe Swamp by Agro Elite LLC, and in addition, 30 million secure from Exxon Farm. I want to ask you where the money go. Develop and water management and irrigation facility. I want to say no irrigation at the app we under as of yet. Support rice cultivation around Tomabom and it's already on the way. Yes, Tomabom, we don't talk about them. It's on the way. But for this Rombe Swamp, no cultivation at the happen date. In fact, it's so bad to the point where they say the old machine and build it right now. People then they sell them out as scrap. $54 million said by the president in his speech, page 2, 100 in 2021. Today is 2025, 4 years on. Khadija, if we want to hide the issue, then we can. We can sit here and don't say nothing about what the government is doing. Or we can see them in a hope for let things then change. And that is my motive here today. Not to use your platform for anything. I get many sides for talk, including Parliament. I can talk anywhere on the issues there because I get evidence to back them. As a stakeholder and as a serious politician, I don't want to risk my own validity self with me public and my audience and for let I talk waiting and not get evidence of. The evidences are there. The audit report is making all this recommendation, so we go improve on them. Not to let the old one minister or Sakam. That is not the goal of this. The goal for this for let we see the issue them and no fix them. You're not talking I say them money the president's call, you not give them. The president want for allocate some money, but wait till they say the management aspect of it. This one they talk about staff they're being paid, double payments. You get one staff for the Minister of Agriculture, then go pay as a secondment in NAXA. It's all here. Salary paid to deceased staff. Management of voluntary staff them. We're supposed to do 2 years no more they over. Other payroll deficiency include payroll numeration not done, alarming vacancies in the ministry, poor monitoring of staff attendance. And they pay staff there with some not attend at all. This happened up to win a parliament. We see that. So what would they say, Khadija? Wouldn't they say the president don't mean well? Now that begin for you. That honestly, I believe to my heart, I go put me hand on my chest. That man be wants to help Sierra Leone. But I'm saying the people they were responsible for this, they do them. And so let listen to that. Let hold them accountable. We can for able to hold them accountable. If not, why? You know how much tax I pay every month for my salary? For let I know able to ask minister how the money they spend? I'm entitled to that. And I'm asking as a representative of the people them. This is a question that people then they ask me. This one there's one plan go with and display a check where people who were hopeful in that part of the country, in that Kamasondo Lokomsama exits. We be really feel say this will can create employment so people then change their lives them. As I speak today, they are poorer than they were. Because once again, the climate change that affects the areas they own, you know more than Sabi. That part of the world is agriculture is all they know. Every other thing is secondary. Then they make beginning and not go to school for that. For them and concentrate on agriculture. If I will you say you get money in the parts of the South they represent, now money, you money now in a form of farm. Now how much farm they get? You know they call money sit on a bank. Some of them don't even have banks. Doing the APC, we want decentralize the agriculture, which now that's a first say president we want to do. But it not succeed. They're supposed to decentralize it to district level. Open small bank there, like be open the Apex bank them. We get the ABC centers there, which they now say, agro dealers. But what are these people doing? Why are the farmers? We just don't listen to them. Not on me your words, Khadija. They told you what the challenges are. They give them the fertilizer then later. So they talk for this year. They already harvest in November and they still have not received the fertilizers for this year. But again, we don't also, they begin to see the technical aspect. They tell we say the soil too acidic. We don't need fertilizer now. We need some alkaline products for help. What is the government doing to all of that?
All right, Honorable. Let's bring you in, Honorable Muniro. We don't listen to some of the farmers they will talk to, two of them actually. One a vegetable producer and one, according to I saying, the largest producer of gari. And when you listen to them all and get similar comments, everybody, they applaud the initiative, just like quoting Honorable Naya. And even though not partner, then they applaud the initiative. Government's not able to mobilize $1 billion for funding for the Feed Salon initiative. Over 200 million of that particular funding they available. And donors then they give, then they make them pledge. But one of the things that now a lot of people go on for ask how secure this funding for ensure say government put them into the initiative, because most of this funding they come out from external financing.
Well, now there we go to what we call naming and shaming. Like where the right honorable members say 14 organizations from the audit report. Parliament gets a role for play. What do you do when the audit report comes to Parliament? You look at it, you flag issues out, you give it to ACC investigate, and give you result. Now that's exactly what happen. If this money, they come for waiting because government don't make the call. And donor partners that don't pledge their commitment for sure say, yes, we reach the target where we want before we get to 2028, where people go to think about election. Now that we want for do. Now I make like way rightly try for tell me, my sister, the dictionary definition for supplementary budget is very clear. It says supplementary budget is an additional budget that outlines extra expenditure. No, like what I teach me picking them summary and comprehension. And when a word is mentioned, the first obligation I get now for define waiting at the time before I go. This is from Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, that a supplementary budget is an additional budget. From the word addition means something we don't do, I can't add. But I left that side, I come back.
Because there's an original one. Like I said,
I left that side, I come back. All right. You see, one thing, like me working kind of radio, I can really want to give us in time, and so I can equally want to get me on time.
Go ahead, sir.
Fine. Now, we look at how we go succeed. Fundings are now available. If you look at the two farmers, them one thing where they make very clear now how more people go come into the business and more production come out. Because when we talk about feed salon, me sister they talk about the Rombe swamp. We talk about the Toma boom. All this is about rice. We need to focus in the other aspect. We really not that. Now the agenda for the feed salon. The feed salon is not just about rice. I want to see where I go get for the day. I say today na fufu I eat. I eat fufu I sleep. I want to see where today I go say na gari I eat. I eat gari I sleep. Because we all forget alternative food where we need in the market, where we go buy. First month then they cancel. I want cookie ebe because not to pap for the eat always. I want eat fine konkuba because while the breakfast I need something juicy. If you go to that woman Doazat Junction, they tell you see me a regular customer for in konkuba. Every day I they make sure say I charm 1 or 2. Now make I get a smooth skin because I know waiting that they do. Like what I tell you, the regular one na konkuba. Then I can add the other one in now. I'm telling you now about the regular one. Apple will make now because we not even see them grow and I say because I don't know whether we soil good for that or not. But I've not seen one yet in our own soil coming. It just seems like that's what they call tamaru. I want to see it happening, and so we could get more people going into it. Like we'll get the cashew nuts now. When I'm in other favorite thing way, I can always look for it. The moment I go na road for go upline. The first food I they buy na cashew nut. So in this aspect, what would they try for talk about? Now how like way you rightly say fundings are now available, we able get stringent measures where government they develop situation the way government go set for make sure say if you take 1,000 loan you give a result for the 1,000 the way you don't take double payment of workers. Why that they happen? A form of corruption. So if there are issues and they don't be raised up, then Kelfala is there. We can flag it up to them and see how they could investigate and name and shame. We don't see ordinary teachers them. We don't see ordinary teachers them where they put now. Like what they say, this is a misconception. Where always the debating the report. It's not all about the report. The report get plenty other details we need for come out. Debating.
Debaters, I look forward to that opportunity. I wanted this to be debated.
Now one form of debate you do so about the budget. Now one form of debate. Now one form of debate you do about the budget. Getting issues out. The one the way they follow Honorable Muniru, whenever issues of national interest come out, take me constitution, take whatever law relating to that particular issue and give out me. Because I believe say I can contribute in their way than they. I know they say that. I'm just like saying there are different other methods we can use to profile or bring to question how we need to answer the issues raised by the Auditor General's report. So in summary, what thing we need for do going forward, like where my sister rightly say, 14 organizations. Who are these organization shareholders? Let's call them, because when they register,
Honorable, the question was asked now about the funding we don't have available.
Yes,
government don't mobilize funds. But when you look at them funds there, they come on mostly from external financing.
Indeed,
and we all clearly know say there are challenges.
Sure.
And the report after report, they talk about the serious angry within the country. So if governments they bring a laudable initiative according to waiting Honorable Self say now you listen to the farmer, then they feel like say na laudable initiative. How governments go ensure say then continue for put money into the initiative, especially we don't know in the give and then continue for pledge for ensure say they implement them and try for bring this data where they out there they show say angry pass mark na salon. That is the question.
Government they do it every day. If you ask me, Sister Honorable, go tell you say we go to call cash for work where they happen at then community banks. Honorable, you go testify to that, right? Because this is how the farmers that they access the revenue. Then cash for works the way they go at then community banks at different locations in the provincial headquarters. When they say cash for work, like you a farmer, you they come they support you with a particular funding where they use for aid you agricultural
now they talk
work.
about the voucher, they go, but not to then they pull them and they make sure that they are good dealer. Then they supply.
That is what happens. But
then
then
they give voucher, but go dealer, they go cash them.
Yes, but at the end of the day, the farmer receives the cash direct, because then they cushion you for let you get your agriculture work going. So as government don't make them platform there, like what you say, whether it's be from the agro farmers or whatever, because like we rightly say, we need somebody that will be held accountable. Who is that primary source individual? Because when you form a group, you get the group head. Now they allocate to. Then the group head, they come and disseminate the cash to the other farmers for make sure say it reach down to the people we really need them. Because at the end of the day, the result we need now for going to the market and get the commodities available. Like what we say, we want to see shops where we can go purely to buy our walares. We want to see shops where we can go purely, like for instance, we gari now where you want gari, you clock bow, you go must get gari. In fact, they don't begin modernizer now. They don't begin modernizer now into plastics.
Oh no, but Aminata, hold on.
Yes.
Let it land.
They don't begin modernize the gari now into plastic. They get small sugar and milk. That don't tell you say something is happening. Now that one see into the rise. And so on the side of government is making sure that them funding there reach the people that we really need them. Now make if even Liberty TV decide for get an expansion into the agricultural sector, una form una unit, we ready for sponsor una for make sure say una incorporate young boys and girls we go na farm for una go be the directors of those entity and get exactly the production we will need as a country.
All right, many thanks, Honorable Muniru. we join with this morning for can talk about waiting and waiting government they do, especially with the Feed Salon initiative for ensure say salon people become food sufficient, just like waiting President Bio been talk the tandem way it be they launch this particular initiative and where it be they talk about time, especially campaign time, we now one of a big 5 game changers them. As we see reports, they show say 82% of the country population food insecure. We will continue then conversation there. We'll continue to look at the various reports there. So where they talk about the economy, where they talk about the condition of living, and stuff where they talk about the human development of citizens them in the country. Many thanks, Ona, join me this morning for get conversation around this particular topic. Many thanks, Honorable Aminata. Will you yourself join me in the studio? Well, now they end this conversation. Many thanks to Ona. All we watch and also send in Ona comments there. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a blessed day.